Monday the 28th. I am Chief Meteorologist Austen Onek, and welcome to Monday night here on Weather Overtime, keeping you updated as to what's going on in regards with everything happening with the weather situation. Quiet for now and looking pretty good into the course of the next couple of days. If you have any questions about the forecast, I am live on Twitch and also News 12's Weather Overtime on YouTube if you'd like to check in and see what's going on here. Really glad to report that there's really not much happening tonight, so this is probably going to be a fairly short segment for this evening, as again we have little if anything happening for tonight, so any problems at all will be confined to later on this week, and then also the potential of more in the way of chances of showers and thunderstorms late during the week as our next storm system tries to make its way in here. But for right now, again, decently quiet. And again, for tonight, should not be too much to worry about, so not really seeing too much of anything going on for now. Severe weather chances back to our northwest, yes, but really just not that much going on again for tonight. So if you have any plans for taking the dog for a walk or anything else, it looks to be, again, pretty quiet for now. Let's take a look at the EPB Fiber Optics Weather Cam network from downtown. Looking back toward what was a beautiful sunset earlier tonight, all of our cameras from the EPB Fiber Optics Weather Cam network are available at our website at wdef.com/weather if you'd like to tune into any of our cameras there to see what is going on at any point in time. A great opportunity to see what's happening in and around the Chattanooga, Tennessee area, which coincidentally, if you didn't know, is where we are coming to you from. This from Highway 153 at 64 in and around the area of Lee Point. Traffic, again, moving along nicely, dry roadways, kind of hazy as we look off toward the southwest, and so far not seeing too much to worry about again anytime soon in the way of rainfall. Would be nice to pick up some of that, but just not happening for right now. Seeing, again, fairly dry and mild conditions out there. Whoops. Be safe out there. The police officers going through the intersection there. Temperatures back into the mid-70s at the airport, quite comfortable, and again should be staying that way into the rest of the evening. So just not seeing too much going on in the way of problems out there for right now. Again, if you've got any questions about the weather, we're coming to you from Chattanooga, Tennessee. So if you live around southeast Tennessee, northeast Alabama, north central, northwest Georgia, that's the area that we cover. This, again, the map right there, northwest Georgia, northeast Alabama, southeast Tennessee, and Cherokee County in western North Carolina. Zero rainfall anywhere close to us. The radar from High Top in Alabama picking up, again, a lot of moisture, dust, probably in clear air mode for right now, but giving us a very good indication of the amount of anything going on is basically at zero, so not going to be expecting to see too much of anything else for later on tonight. Had the almanac up here. Let's go back to that real quick so we can touch on that. 81 above our normal high for the day, which again is 77. 88, the record high that hasn't been broken since 1956. 55, the low, very close to where we should be for this time of the year, back in the mid-50s. Our rainfall a few days ago did a good job of bumping us up for the month, so we might finish up, if we don't get any more rainfall in the next few days toward the end of the month, we at least would finish up relatively close to normal. We pick up on average, if you take all the yearly rainfall and divide it up daily, we should pick up 11 hundredths of an inch each and every single day. But as of right now, we're just not seeing that. For the end of the month, we should be okay for now, all the way on through. We're still behind for an inch, 0.2, give or take, for the year, so we could definitely use some more rainfall. That probably not coming up anytime soon from what we can see. And we're definitely not seeing any rainfall for right now. Heading out with the pupper in the morning, it is going to be cool-ish. Not exactly frosty. We're approaching the time of the year where these numbers are going to be pretty much an Arctic blast as we get into those summer temperatures out there. Didn't get a name. Either that's the name of the person submitting it. I'm guessing that's the name of the pupper featured for today. Thanks for a picture of Django from Andrews, North Carolina. saying spring is in the air. Looks like he's out on the porch and ready to go for a walk. If you've got pictures, please send them in to us at wdef.com/dogwalk. We'd love to be able to see what you're seeing out there and to feature your proud pupper and or puppers. Go ahead and send those in to us when you're able to do so. We've got winds coming in from out of the east-southeast off the Gulf of Mexico and off the East Coast, and we'll continue again to see that sticking around for a while. Our latest storm system is sitting over parts of the upper Mississippi Valley, and it would be here if not thanks to this area of high pressure. So we don't have much in between here and our next storm system, but this is more than enough to keep this storm system from approaching us for right now, acting as kind of a speed bump. So we do not see too much of anything happening with this just yet, but some pretty good thunderstorms expected out ahead of this line into the course of the rest of the next several hours. So we could see, again, the potential of some more problems. Numerous tornado watches from almost the Rio Grande all the way back up to the Great Lakes and parts of Wisconsin and Minnesota around the Twin Cities, picking up some activity there. So some pretty hefty amounts of thunderstorms taking place for right now. So that could be a bit of a problem. Looks like I'll have to make certain my mom's doing okay because they've got some pretty good thunderstorms rolling over my hometown of Topeka, Kansas, just to northwestern Shawnee County. So picking up some activity there for right now. So hope, Mom, if you're watching this, hope everything's going okay for there. We do have, again, some possibilities of some showers and thunderstorms in the next couple of days, but this front has got to get a lot closer to us. So through tomorrow afternoon, computer gets a little overeager throwing chances of rain in there, and then by Wednesday morning, not much going on, cool, pleasant, dry, more clouds, and then more chances of rain become more widespread Wednesday night into around Thursday morning, again through Thursday afternoon, more potential of rainfall out there, and then more chances of rain as we go into Friday. So ending up the week for the kids to and from school Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, chances of showers, maybe some thunderstorms out there. So that could be something to really pay attention to if you're going to be heading out the door there with the kids in the morning. Chances of any severe weather not happening for right now. Thunderstorms and severe weather southwest and northwest of us into the next couple of days. The chances of any thunderstorms happening tomorrow will be late during the afternoon and evening, and then the potential again of more activity back to the northwest of us. Little Rock, Jonesboro, Arkansas, St. Louis, Indianapolis in that location, and then we see a generic possibility of thunderstorms. Looking back up here, this is the legend for what you're looking at on the maps. The bright green colors indicates just the possibility of thunderstorms, generic, non-severe thunderstorms, and then looking back to the north and west of us, that dark green area is that marginal threat of severe weather. That's a category 1 out of 5, mid-south area back into areas close to the Oklahoma area. That's where we'll get the worst activity toward about Wednesday. But for us, there's really just not that much going on. So not seeing a major threat of severe weather. Back to West Tennessee, yes, maybe some possibilities there, but we're not picking up too much of anything for right now. So hopefully it stays that way. We'll keep you updated on that into the next couple of days. Low temperatures tonight, not bad. We're going back again into the mid to upper 50s. The coolest spots in the higher elevations, Appalachians and the Cumberland Plateau, mid to upper 50s or so. And high temperatures tomorrow, again, not too bad, back on the high 70s to lower 80s, just a little bit above normal for this time of the year. So let's take a look and see what's going on. Let me switch cameras here real quick so we can see what's happening out the door. Our 7-day forecast is going to show, first of all, Lake Chickamauga, Island Cove, Marina and Resort. Beautiful, decently clear, but hazy skies out to the west. A few folks out and about on the water tonight, but otherwise fairly quiet for now. And over the course of the next several days, we will see the potential of more chances of showers and thunderstorms continuing through Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Then we start to see everything peel out of here, going into and around the area of Saturday and Sunday. Saturday is free comic book day. Get out to your local comic book store and support them. You pick up a couple of free comic books, maybe get you or your kid interested in reading the comics. But more importantly, while you're there, pick up a couple of extra comic books, a few graphic novels, maybe one of your favorite games that is in stock, a couple of unique figures that'll look good on your shelf in your office. It's a great opportunity to support local business, and that's coming up this Saturday. It's the first Saturday in May, May 3rd, 2025, free comic book day, and the day after that is Star Wars Day, as in May the 4th be with you. May 4th. May the 4th, it's a play on words. You kind of get that right there. But beautiful weather through the weekend and into the first full week of May. Things are going to be quiet, dry, and with plenty of sunshine out there. No problem at all being seen for the time being. So doesn't look like a major problem. If any severe weather starts popping up here, we'll let you know about that. But for right now, what we do see is, again, the best potential of any severe weather coming up to be limited at best, and not much of anything else showing up at this time that's going to be giving us any major problems. Now, again, that could change. We're in that time frame to where a lot of the severe weather threat shifts back well to our north. That is the normal cyclical pattern to where the severe weather threat goes from the Gulf of Mexico coastline area and then goes up to Canada, North United States, the Great Lakes, and then later on toward the end of the year starts shifting down our direction. That's pretty much the normal pattern where it comes to severe weather. So from April into May all the way through roughly about October and November, that is where we start seeing the worst of the worst. And in between here and there, mainly just warm and or hot, depending on what goes on. We see, again, the potential for less in the way of cooler weather. Those summer doldrums, as I like to call them, will be coming up and will be sticking around with us for quite some time. So not seeing any big changes taking place anytime soon. But again, keep an eye out for any severe weather that will come in handy at some point in time. All right, let's do some extracurricular activity here. Thanking very much News 12 viewer Lisa Zabriskie, hope I'm saying that right, from Trenton. And this is a kind of unique photograph. What does an aluminum soda can have to do with weather? Well, if you take, it's kind of hard to see, but if you look right there, that's a hailstone. And that right there from Trenton, 2 miles north of the city limits, a can of soda or anything else that is right there, that's roughly about the size of a nickel or maybe even a quarter. So if you take into account width on there, and the basic bottom line is that the bigger the hailstone, the more powerful the winds are to push that hailstone up into the higher levels and the frozen levels of the thunderstorm. So a pea-sized bit of hail doesn't take much. A softball-sized piece of hail, that takes a lot of wind, a lot of very strong winds coming up, pushing up into the rest of the storm. So this right here comes from roughly a moderately strong thunderstorm. This would probably be close to being a severe thunderstorm on there. Again, this is a pretty good-sized chunk of hail right there. So a really cool weather picture of the day. Thank you very much, Ms. Zabriskie from Trenton, for our Langley Roofing weather window picture of the day. If you've got pictures, let's see them. Email them to us, drop them to our social media channels, or again, go to Weather Window headquarters at wdef.com/photos, and yours could be the next Langley Roofing weather window picture of the day. This was really cool, and I love anything and everything having to do with science and exploration and all sorts of unique and interesting things involving that. So it's really cool to see these dives going on. For those people who say that NOAA is useless because all they do is talk about climate change, well, no, they do not just only completely and totally talk about climate change. They do a very good job of keeping Americans and the rest of the world scientifically informed, which is why this certain project that's going on to gut NOAA for no good reason whatsoever and with no proof that there's any waste going on inside the agency. Thank you to a particular billionaire who needs to get his fingers out of American politics and off of our tax dollars and get all of his computer cronies out of what they are doing right now. Very scary to think that anybody who's an American would allow that to actually happen. But as of right now, NOAA does a heck of a lot more than just talk about climate change, which is one of their charters, to talk about and to study what goes on. And shutting down NOAA, thank you very much to a certain project, is not, if NOAA gets shut down, it's not going to stop people from talking about or asking questions about climate change. It's not going to happen. So again, lay off of NOAA, get your hands out of that particular cookie jar, and anybody who happens to be a billionaire from over a continent away really needs to find a better hobby than messing around with my tax dollars. Thank you very much. In the meantime, NOAA ocean explorer ship Okeanos recently visited which sunken American carrier? The Hornet, the Lexington, or the Yorktown? And really cool to take a look at this. First of all, 68% of you said the Yorktown, and that was the correct answer. And this is really cool to take a look at. They've got a page dedicated to everything that went on this particular dive around the Hawaiian Islands. The Papahānaumokuākea remote operated vehicle and the mapping expedition on Okeanos about a week or so ago went to the final resting site of the USS Yorktown. The aircraft carrier took part in several WW2 operations before being sunk by a Japanese submarine following the Battle of Midway. Now, it's really cool to take a look and see what they saw. They sent the ROV down to study what was going on, and the really cool thing was right here, they found on the garage area down beneath, and I know I'm using the wrong terminology there. This is an automobile that was on the area of the aft hangar deck from the port side of the USS Yorktown. The team aboard Okeanos Explorer analyzed diagnostic features of the vehicle observed during the follow-up dive and identified the car as a 1941 Ford Super Deluxe Woody in black with, quote, ship service Navy, unquote, written on part of its front plate. The car is hypothesized to have been used by Rear Admiral Frank Jack Fletcher and or Captain Elliot Buckmaster or other ship crew while the USS Yorktown was conducting business in foreign ports. So that right there, a little piece of history that is still on board the aft hangar deck of the USS Yorktown. Really neat to be able to see that as part of the exploration going on. And that's what exploration is all about, finding out more about science out there and finding out more about what is available to us. There's the car wreck on the hangar deck. You can see some rust sickles coming down from the top of the hangar deck, some life forms on there, and the ROV's cameras and arms and areas that they float on through there. An amazing find, a neat little visit to a piece of American and World War II history. Again, that was one of the finds out there. Now, why was the car on the hangar deck after the carrier went into battle after Pearl Harbor when they knew it was heading to the Battle of Midway? It's hard to say. Maybe it was a good luck charm. Nobody really knows, according to the website, as to what exactly happened. But in the efforts to get the Yorktown to stop listing, a lot of stuff like anti-aircraft guns and certain aircraft were jettisoned off of the carrier. But why was this vehicle kept on the carrier? Nobody really knows on stuff like that, but really cool to be able to see that. That is part of our roofquotes.com weather question of the day. We'll have a new one going up at midnight. Thanks to everybody who voted on that. And again, great to be able to have everybody participate. Go to our website for more at wdef.com/vote now if you'd like to see a little bit more about the other polls that are available to you. And again, thanks to everybody for voting on that particular site right there. That's probably going to do it. We've only been on for about 20 minutes. The lookouts are not in town this week, all the way through early May, so we don't really have much to speak of when it comes to sporting events going on at this point in time. We don't have. We had a couple festivals downtown this weekend. Not much going on outside of that for right now. For outdoor stuff, again, into this next weekend, looking a lot better, but could be some showers and thunderstorms into the course of the next couple of days. So toward Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. But other than that, things are very quiet for the time being. So with that taken care of, again, it's very quiet, so we don't have much to talk about for right now. We'll send it back to your regular programming for Tuesday evening. If you have any questions, again, please go to our website for more information. All you have to do is drop by our website at the bottom of the screen there, wdef.com/weather. Also, again, you can find out more questions, concerns, complaints, if you absolutely must. Onek at wdef.com. That's my email address. If you'd like to contact anybody else here at News 12, again, go to the website and search out the Contact Us page. We can't operate here unless you help us. So if you see something going on news-related or anything that you think would be worthy of coverage, we'd love to do so, but you need to let us know as far in advance as possible so we can get it on the schedule. You just can't call us up 15 minutes before an event starts and then complain that we're not helping to cover your events. You really need to work with us and give us some lead time so that we can schedule things on there. I will be at Ottawa Elementary School tomorrow. I'm going to be talking to the 3rd grade class. If you're a teacher or an administrator or a summer camp counselor that would like to have our meteorologist and personnel appear at your event through the summer and into fall semester next year, let us know. Again, go to the website at wdef.com/weather if you'd like to know more about that. Chip Chapman will have more on your forecast coming up on Tuesday morning's edition of the morning show. Stay tuned for more on that. And again, if you can't watch on air, watch us online at wdef.com/weather. Live and direct from downtown Chattanooga, Tennessee, southeast U.S., planet Earth, Milky Way galaxy, I'm Chief Meteorologist Austen Onek. Stay tuned for more with News 12 on air and online, and we'll keep you informed. Thanks for joining us.